Shall we, under the duvet, shall we talk about...
Did you know my kryptonite is awkward men?
Why is that? Is it guilt?
Should we talk about some other horrible, horrible government bureaucrats who are fucking the country over?
Yes, please. Oh, fuck, yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Ask yourself, what is the point of saying that?
Not in this economy.
Try harder, be better.
I haven't yet watched Fight Club. Did you ever see that tweet thread that went round and it was like best British TV moments ever?
No.
Oh my God, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And it was like the two that I remember were the one from Come Dine With Me, when that guy tells that other woman, what a sad little life you've got, Jane. And that is just one of the best moments when she wins and she cheers and he goes, what a sad little life you've got, Jane. And it's so iconic. And I think number one might have been, and this is really sad now because she's dead. Who is she? Who is she?
Nikki Graham.
Nikki Graham. Yeah. Speaking of reality shows, though,
that is the best moment in British TV, though.
It is the best moment in British TV history. But speaking of reality shows, have you seen the news that Love Island will be returning to our screens next Monday?
Yes. I will not be watching it. I only watched properly the last one, the one that Amber won. I didn't watch it before then. And then obviously Caroline Flack died.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to speculate about the situation with her boyfriend because we don't know what it was. I think she was quite obviously quite a tortured person.
Mm-hmm.
And she's dead, and we can't change that. I just can't watch it. I just can't.
So I do have to admit, before the season that Amber won last year, I had watched the previous season. So the one before that, that was the first one I ever watched. And then I watched last season. And for those of you who, because I know Love Island is now in other countries, they have Love Island US, they have Love Island Australia, which I've glanced past a few times on ITV, and it just seems like people hitting each other, like men hitting each other, which is just very aggressive. But the Love Island UK is the OG. It was started here by ITV, which is Channel 3 here, and they own all of the international ones. So they are making so much money.
Oh, yeah, bank.
And basically it happens every summer. It's on every single fucking day except the weekends, and people are obsessed with it. Recently, over the past few years, two of the contestants and the host, so Caroline Flack, who Hannah was just talking about, committed suicide. That is 3 suicides linked to this. Though I was reading an independent article this morning about it. That's how I knew it was even coming back. And they are saying, but we have the best aftercare of any TV show. They're saying that. I don't know whether they're saying they always did or whether they're saying from now on we will, because 3 people have killed themselves.
Well,
it's all very awkward.
What I really didn't like is so before Caroline Flack died, which was obviously the big fucking bombshell, there had been 2 previous suicides. I believe at least one, when Mike, when he died, that was before the last season. And there might have been a second one.
Yeah.
That was pre the final season before Caroline died.
Yeah.
And there was a girl on it called Amy who got her heart fucking shattered.
Oh, the blonde one.
She left.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The one who was originally with Curtis.
Yeah.
She left because she was like, I don't want to be. She was a very openly emotional.
It was very savage.
Yes. Yeah. And she was just walking around like an exposed nerve, and she just made the right choice. She was like, I don't want to be.
Yeah. Good for her. Yeah.
Cop off with anyone else. I'm just going to leave. And then they sort of used her as this look how great we've been with Amy.
Mm-hmm.
And she was on This Morning. She was on fucking Good Morning Britain. All of it talking about how well looked after she had been.
Yeah.
And they just used her as such an example. And that made me feel uncomfortable. And I predict, I don't know because I'm not going to watch it, but I predict that this season of Love Island will be very focused on, oh, look at us not treating these people like actual pieces of shit.
Yeah.
It's too late. 3 people at least are dead.
Oh, and absolutely.
It's too late.
It's horrendous. And I found, because Caroline Flack, I think, died about 2 years ago, I want to say, just under.
She died the day before Valentine's Day, not last year, the year before.
Yeah, because I had gone out for brunch with like my old colleagues, and then we were sat in Zubar for like 8 hours afterwards. And it was when we were in there that the news came on the TV screens, and it was like Caroline Flack is dead. And we were all like, what the fuck? And then the Mike suicide, which was one of the contestants, he like fucking hanged himself from a tree in a park in London. Like, I'm not saying it'd be better if he had taken an overdose at home and died there. I'm not saying like that's less horrific of a death, but it was so shocking. It was so shocking that he was found hanging from a tree in a park. I was like, what the fuck? How unhappy do you have to be for that to be the way that you went? And he seemed totally normal before. I mean, obviously you don't know somebody's pain before or after, but like, you can't help but feel like it's the show that did it to these people. Obviously, that is the common denominator. That's the common denominator. And it's just so awful. And I think the other lady who killed herself was before I had ever watched it. So I actually can't remember her name. No disrespect. I just can't remember. I don't know who she is because I hadn't watched it before, but it is horrible. I'm not going to be watching this season of Love Island. I just saw that it's going to be back on. And despite all of the trauma that has surrounded this show, all the horror that surrounded this show, ITV are predicting their best year yet in terms of money. Hannah, guess how much one advert on ITV.
Sophie Graydon was her name. Sorry.
Sophie Graydon. There we go. But yeah, they're basically like, fuck all that. We're going to make loads of money. So guess how much, Hannah, one advert is going to cost during the runtime of Love Island on ITV? Just one advert. Guess how much?
£75,000.
More. 100 grand for one advert. For what, like a 30-second ad on ITV during Love Island? 100 grand. And it's because, and I was like, obviously they get crazy viewers. I think the average audience in the last season hit almost 6 million people.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And also the thing is, that's 10% of the population. That's 10% of the UK population.
It's on every night. I think that's what people don't understand about it. Is like, it's like Big Brother.
Yeah,
like it's on every day. So like that is 100 grand. It's on 6 nights a week. Sorry.
Yeah.
Saturday it's not on. Is it Saturday? It's not on.
One of the days, but and it also, while it's on, it completely consumes and takes over the culture in this country.
Oh, yeah, like social media,
Twitter, social media, everything. The cultural zeitgeist is all about Love Island. And one of the other reasons that it's so popular for advertisers is not just so many people are watching it, but it is the 18 to 34-year-old demographic that are watching. And apparently they are very, very hard to get in front of a TV because we don't really have regular viewing patterns. And this is like one of those rare things that nobody is recording and watching after. Nobody is you'll watch it on iPlayer or like on catch up if you've missed it. But people, generally speaking, it's the one show that goes against the new way in which we consume media, which is people watch it on the night live as it is unrolling. And that for an advertiser with that demographic is like unheard of, which is why they can just do what they want. Doesn't matter how many people fucking kill themselves. ITV is never going to let this show go.
No,
and that's gonna
absolutely. Yes. I'm amazed they took a year off.
Oh, me too. And they're also going big on the investment this time. So there used to be 2 apps, apparently. There's now going to be 4 Love Island apps. Yep. There's also a Love Island podcast. There'll probably be multiple Love Island podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
And they're also bringing out brand new merch. My favorite one of which is baby bottles.
No.
Yeah. Please, for the love of God. I'm not going to judge anybody if they watch Love Island. Like, please do. Life is very boring right now. Not going to blame you for it. But please, for the love of God, do not feed your baby with a Love Island baby bottle.
Oh, God. It's like when you see little kids with like t-shirts that say like ladies man, and you're like, please stop sexualizing your baby. What if, maybe he's gay, you don't know.
I hate it. Did I tell you about the time I was in an American airport and mine and my old colleague's favorite thing was to go to Hudson News and just look at all the weird like magazines about fucking Diana or something. And one time I found a dummy, like a baby pacifier that said all the single babies on it.
I think you sent me a picture of that.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen it and you guys don't believe me, I'll
All
post a picture of it
babies.
on Patreon. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Who made that? Why? For whom? I don't know. I don't know what the point of that little pacifier situation was, but it happened. It's real.
Fuck
Yeah.
me.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.